What is up, guys? I'm Chris, aka the Bear Market Miner. Thanks once again for stopping by and checking out this video. So today we are talking about GPU mining, and in particular profitable GPU mining. So if you've been mining over the last few years since Ethereum, you've been feeling the pain like the rest of us. Profits have been non-existent across the board. One coin pops up here, one coin pops up there, you make $2 a day, then it's gone, then it nosedives. Well, the last few weeks for me have been by far the most profitable GPU mining at home I've had since Ethereum days, and today I'm going to tell you all about it. But before we get into it, do me a solid, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we'll continue to keep bringing you the content to put a few more dollars in your pocket when it comes to GPU mining. So today we are talking about Qubic. So Qubic has been around a while now. It was super popular for mining maybe 6 months to a year ago or so, but things kind of died back, but things have come back in a big way. So for the newer miners, I'll give you a little rundown of what Qubic is, what it does, and prerequisite, I'm no expert tech guy by any means. I'm just reading what I see, interpreting what I can, and trying to give you the best information we've got. So one of the first things I really like about Qubic and their website is the first ever useful proof of work layer 1 blockchain. There's so many different coins out there that just do nothing. I mean, look, if you look at them as a store of wealth, then I guess that has a use case. But what I love about Qubic is it has real world integration. So it's an AI tech company. So what they basically do is they'll take on jobs, data analysis, entry points, things like that. So you're mining towards something, right? Your GPU power is actually going towards something, a real world use case. So that's one thing that I sort of really like about it. Another cool thing about it is zero fees, zero transaction fees. So when you're sending it around, you're not getting charged anything. So lots of information here. I will link this page down below so you can have a bit of a read up and decide if it's something you want to start mining or invest in, or whichever different direction you want to go. So over here on the main page, qubic.li, you will find the dashboard, all the stats you need, and a way to set it up if you go through the tabs on the left here, client setup. So if it's something you want to get into, you can simply click on this tab and bang, it'll give you all the stuff basically you need to enter into your Hive OS or Windows, whatever it is, GPU, CPU. So it's all really self-explanatory. But let's jump on the dashboard. So one of the things I want to note is this epoch number, so epoch 128. So every week there will be a new epoch, 128, 129, 130, and so on and so forth. And every week the difficulty of Qubic mining and the hash rate will adjust accordingly to make up for which particular job they're on. So this will affect profitability up, down, left, right, all different directions. So it's basically just going to mean different jobs, different difficulty, different profitability, and so on. The next thing we want to look at is down the bottom here, my chart. So you can see here we've got solutions. So this is basically solo mining, right? So, you know, you're trying to solve and hit a block to add to the blockchain. When you do, you get a sol and you get paid out in that. There's also shares, which is similar to sort of pool mining. So every share that you submit, you will get paid out in that, and then it will give you a revenue based on what that is. And we can see here the projected average score. So this is how many Qubic you will get per solution, right? So 59 I got last week, you times that by, you know, 2,200,000 or so thousand, and that's going to be the end result. But as the week goes on, these numbers do go up or go down. In my experience, generally down. So if I'm trying to estimate what I'm making, I like to sort of take this lower end of the spectrum, take another 5 to 10% off it, and then that way I know I've got an accurate idea of where we're at as far as how much I can expect to earn or how much I'm currently earning, you know, based on how many solutions I've hit. If you want to use shares, similar sort of metric. I'm not sure that this is exactly how you would solve it. It's basically you would get paid out a certain amount per share for how many you hit. So from my understanding, this is exactly what you need to know as far as solutions. Like I said, take off 10% if you want to make sure you're going to be within that sort of ballpark, just to be safe. Next up, and most importantly, the revenue. So we'll have a look at some of the numbers and I'll explain a little bit how this works. So we can see these are the past 2 weeks that I've been mining, Epoch 126 and Epoch 127. Now we're now on 128 as we saw before, but this is the way it works. So we have this fixed reward, the 85% fixed reward, which works out to around 45 million or so for Epoch 126. And we can see for Epoch 127, our fixed reward is around 60 million. But what happens with that fixed reward plus bonus is that on the next epoch, so the bonus for Epoch 126, you get given for the payout on Epoch 127. We can see here our bonus reward is an extra 27%. So that's an extra 12 million Qubic, right? As far as a bonus reward is considered. So really, really, really nice. Now, interesting to note, I did hit 22 solutions in that first week I was mining. That was with one 8x3070 rig, and I've hit 58. So not 3 times as many, and that is with three times as many GPUs. Yeah, so we went from 8 to 24. So I have taken the liberty of calculating all these numbers, and we'll jump on over and see what that's actually worth as far as dollars are concerned. So with those 2 epochs completed plus 1 of the bonus rewards, I will be owed 1 more, but we won't tally that in for now. That brings us to a total of 117,600,000 and some change Qubic, which works out in Aussie dollars to just under $400 for the 2 weeks of mining. Now in US dollars, for those playing at home, 274 US dollars, you know, it's about 130 something, $136.5 per week, if my maths is correct. That's worth of revenue. So looking really, really nice at the moment. And we look at the 1 year high, we got a long, long way to go. I think we're down about 80% or so. Yep, 81% as we can see here. So this is going to be something that I'm going to stick to now. I'm mining full time. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, just been mining off the solar, but the game's over. We're in accumulation phase right now, so I'm going ham at Qubic and trying to get as much of this as possible. It has also had a really good, you know, last 30 days, 60 days. So it's, you know, I was looking at this main page here and thinking, oh damn, you know, Qubic's, it's looking pretty nice, right? Like the last 60 day up 25%, but when you look at that larger scale, it has got a ton of room to go. So pretty excited about this one. So here we are, we'll have a look at the rigs and then we'll go into the stats as well. So 2 8x3070 rigs we've got going on this, 1 8x3060 Ti rig. Now this is for the last week. It's actually about the last 8 days now as we are into the next epoch. The previous week I just had the 1 3070 rig on it. So let's have a look at how these stats actually line up and, you know, what we're actually spending in electricity. So we'll have a look at the first week we've been mining. So we can see, you know, 26 bucks Aussie dollars we spent on electricity that week. Now I did have, I think, a couple of my other rigs on, mining some Zealous and Claw during the solar hours, which is, you know, my strategy that I've been using. But, you know, since we started to see the numbers on Qubic, we thought not a chance. You know, these are making me a few bucks a day. So I was thinking this is not worth. Let's just put them all on Qubic and start stacking that Qubic. So week 1, 26 bucks worth of electricity. Week 2, 45 bucks worth of electricity. So what's that? $65, $71 or so AUD we've spent in the last 2 weeks on electricity. So let me pull this calculator out. And we'll have a look at what that actually works out to. Let's take our $403. Let's copy that. Bring this calculator up. So we have our $403 for week. For the 2 week period, we minus this 45.13. That's 357. And then let's go to the previous week again. We minus another 26.02. And that leaves us with a profit if we were to sell. Now, I'm not selling. You guys can if this is something you want to get into, but here are the numbers. So $331.81 profit if you were to sell right now over a 2 week mining period. So what does that work out to a day? So let's divide that by 14. So 23 bucks profit a day. GPU mining, which is, you know, it's not millions, but hey, it's nice. I'm really, really happy with that. And it works out to 166 bucks a week, Aussie dollar. So about 100 US dollars. You know, I know a lot of my audience is American, so about 100 bucks or so, you can do the exchange rate on that. So this is way, way better than anything else I've seen in quite some time. So let's compare that over on hashrate.no and see how this compares, right? Because, you know, there's lots of other coins to mine. Like we said, they're popping up all the time, but let's look at have a look at some real-time numbers as far as how it's looking against that myriad of other you know, poop coins that are floating out there these days. Okay, so let's enter in our GPUs. So I have got 163070s online right now. We've got 83060 Ti's. Now you can't see it, I don't think it's off screen, but this is at 13 cents USD or 19 cents AUD. That is taking into account my solar as well. So that's what these costs are if you wanted to get an idea of what you could expect and how close you could be to these numbers based off the previous 2 weeks. Like I said, things may change, but I will make sure I keep you guys informed as far as that goes. So let's hit this calculate button and see what amazing coins hashrate.no has to offer us as far as daily profitability. So we got Aleo, which is the new buzz, you know, $3.67. So that's about $5 Aussie a day or so worth of profit. You're using 2300 watts. My rigs right now are using 2100 watts. But this is actually one point I want to make really quickly. Now you can see here $9.60 AUD is a daily cost, but what Qubic does is that it has cycle windows, so it's on and off. So it mines for an hour and it's off for an hour. So you see, you know, 2100 kilowatts here, you know, watts, sorry, down to 700. So that's what gives it that much more efficient rate. So this number up here isn't the true representation. It's actually closer to around, you know, $6.5 or $7 a day. You can check the earlier in the video what it worked out to daily. But more importantly, so not only are we using a lot less watts, we're making, let's pull this over here. So we had 23 bucks, you know, let's just assume, you know, $3.67, let's say $5.50 Aussie. So if we divided that by 5.5, you know, we're 4.5 times more profitable than, you know, we've got Aleo here, BlockX, Zealous, you know, way more profitable, $2 a day. So definitely doing much better than these numbers would state. Now, I'm not sure why hashrate.no doesn't have Qubic on there. I'm okay with it for now, right? But I assume it has something to do with the constant adjustment in difficulty and hash rate. So it's probably very hard for, you know, the backing, the data behind this to keep, you know, up to date with it weekly, daily. So that may possibly be a reason why. But yeah, looking really nice. 5 times more profitable. 23 bucks 70 cents a day profit after electricity. So looking really, really nice at the moment. Let's hope it continues. So those are the numbers, guys. Like we said, about 400 bucks over 2 weeks, 200 bucks per week. Aussie dollars, about 23 bucks a day, 23.70 I think it was. Really, really nice. Like I said in the intro, I haven't seen numbers like these since Ethereum days, and this is actually changing up my mining strategy a lot. So for you guys who've been following me and subbed for a while now, you would have seen my solar videos. You know that I just mine 8 to 10 hours a day off the solar, so my electricity costs are basically nil, you know, except for cloudy days, rainy days where I generally don't turn on anyway. So I am now mining this full time, 24/7. I'm not paying any electricity out of this. I was considering just, you know, taking the 20%, whatever it was, out of my Qubic total, converting it to USDT, cashing it out and paying for the electricity. But I really like AI stuff. I think AI is definitely the future. I'm invested in Claw, Dynex, and now Qubic as well. So I'm just going to keep stacking this. But for you guys who need to pay electricity bills, I hope this has really shown you that there is a way to be really, really profitable, you know, depending on your hardware, right? Like there's a million different things we could talk about here, underclocking, overclocking. If that's something you guys would be more interested in, let me know down in the comments and I can do a full, you know, setup guide, Hive OS, Windows, overclocking, underclocking, efficiencies, all that sort of stuff. But really happy, like I said. Now I was in two minds about doing this video. The selfish brain of me says, don't do the video, more people are going to be mining it, you'll end up making less money. But without trying to sound like a, you know what, hero or whatever you want to call it, I've said a million times, I'm not mining to get rich, right? The whole point of this channel is to show you guys how you can make money and give you some little insight. So I would honestly rather make a couple less bucks a week, a day, whatever it is, and put a few extra dollars in other people's pockets, because that's what it's all about, right? We're a community here. You know, we're still in the early stages of crypto mining. So hopefully some of you guys can make a few bucks out of this. And if you are jumping on it, yeah, let me know down in the comments, guys, because I really do appreciate your feedback. I will end the video here. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you can make a few bucks. Like I said, make sure you join the Discord. The link is in the description if you want any more information or you just want to talk crypto in general. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.